Good morning. It's cold out here, but it's fresh. Right, Gus? Yes. It's a fresh day. It's a fresh day. A new day. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. Genesis 4. Genesis 4. Reading the whole Bible. By the way, I'm reading out of the New Jerusalem Bible. It's really amazing how that came to me too. I'm telling you what, I don't shop online. I don't have a credit card anymore. I got rid of everything. I haven't been off the property since the beginning of June, which is what? So just about June, July, August, September. 4 months, 4+ months I haven't been off the property. Well, don't you? I said, no, I have no desire. Absolutely none. I'm perfectly happy right here. But what I do is I put in orders in heaven. Okay. I put in, how do you say it? I don't put the orders in. That's okay. This is kind of what's needed here. Or, oh, this would really be nice to have, right? But I have no money. So I just wait. And if I wait long enough, it always happens. Whatever my heavenly parent decides, she does need that. This is a good thing for her to have. It comes to the house. It just does. It just shows up. It was the same with this Bible. I went to a Catholic church for about a year, made a condition, went and prayed the rosary there. They had one day where they did that. And I went pretty regularly with a friend. And I went to church there a few times. It was all right. It's a church. And I saw a Jerusalem Bible there. It was much bigger than this one. And it was hardbound and hardcover and beautiful. I went, oh, I've never seen this before. And I started reading in it some. And so every time I was there, I'd read some in it. Right? I think I was even allowed to take it home for a little while. And I was really, oh, wow, this is in a way much more detailed and there was more in it. The book seemed longer somehow. I don't know. And I thought, I'd love to have this Bible. So I went at that time, that was a few years ago, went and checked it out on Amazon, and they're expensive. So I said, oh, okay, well, I guess not. I'm not going to do that. I have other Bibles. So, and we went and we helped out a family with some things around the house and in the house. And the guy comes out. Now, wait a minute. And we were talking about the New Jerusalem Bible. And yeah, I really love that Bible. But, it's one of those things. And then my friend shows up a couple of weeks later, 3 weeks later, and she comes with us. She says, hey, this the husband of the family somehow got a hold of this Bible and remembered what you said, and he wants to give it. This little family, as a thank you, wants to give you this Bible. Right? Yes. I love it. That's just... And with so many other things, it's exactly the same here. It just happens. Even with the help sometimes that I need now, people just come and they do seem to enjoy doing what they're doing. And it's just at the right time going, oh, that needed to be done and I needed the help. I couldn't just do it myself. That's just wonderful. I love it. And then I just cook. I cook for people. That's my payment to them. 4. Cain and Abel. The man had intercourse with his wife Eve, and she conceived and gave birth to Cain. I have acquired a man with the help of Yahweh, she said. She gave birth to a second child, Abel, the brother of Cain. Now Abel became a shepherd and kept flocks, while Cain tilled the soil. time passed, and Cain brought some of the produce of the soil as an offering for Yahweh, while Abel, for his part, brought the firstborn of his flock and some of their fat as well. Yahweh looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but he did not look with favor on Cain and his offering. And Cain was very angry and downcast. Yahweh asked Cain, "Why are you angry and downcast? If you are doing right, surely you ought to hold your head high. But if you are not doing right, sin is crouching at the door, hungry to get you. You can still master him." Cain said to his brother Abel, "Let us go out." And while they were in the open country, Cain set on his brother Abel and killed him. So there was some communication after, right? It's not, God didn't just disregard. There's all kinds of stuff going on out here constantly. God didn't just disregard Cain's kind of suffering over it. Oh gosh, depression. This is, hey, if you know you've done right, even if I didn't acknowledge it, then hold your head up high. Right? Yes. Also, it says that Cain didn't go to God and say, "Hey, what wasn't good enough?" Right? To learn. Okay, what wasn't good enough and what I did. Right? Yes. How would we know exactly what went on there? We don't. There are all kinds of things floating around out there about this whole relationship between God and those two brothers. One of them in the Divine Principle explains it as, well, due to the fact, right, that both Adam and Eve were tempted by the archangel Lucifer and broke a commandment in the garden, that in a way now, the archangel Lucifer got a hold of the blood lineage of human beings, right? They decided, instead of first going with God's ideal, they went with someone else, and it destroyed something. So the Divine Principle explains that due to that fact, right, God couldn't claim Cain as one of his children, right? His creations. Cain, in a way, became Lucifer's creation. But then Abel wasn't. Abel somehow then became God's child. Some had what to even it out. I'm not sure exactly how that's supposed to work, but that's how it is explained. And that is why God could favorably look upon Abel, but not Cain. Right? Yes? Okay. It's a bit weird. Why can't God just say to Cain too, "Hey, you done good too"? And explain why. And now we need to restore. If you can, right? If you can, at the restoration path of God already started. If you can, just as the older brother, bow down to your younger brother, or say, "Hey, you did good. One of us did good. God was pleased. So we both reaped that fruit." Then things already would have maybe taken a turn. But Cain was just riddled by jealousy, and became so angry and veered so off the path on what it means to be a family together with his parents. I mean, that's also, you become unfilial to your parents when you kill one of your own siblings, right? Yes. And he went ahead and did that. And in a way, is that when the evil that can exist in people that so many struggle with, even if it's not full-blown evil, this snap, just why do people gossip? Gossip is a big thing out there. Right? Assuming things about people is a big thing out there. Talking about others is a big thing. Blaming others, for whatever, it's a big thing. Yeah. Kind of interesting. Again, when was this all written down? And, if one looks at, okay, well, how true are all these stories, this, that, but then you look out there and, the escalation of it, that is pretty sad. So, there must be truth to something in these stories. They're there already at the beginning of spiritual life within human beings, and the mess that already existed, and on how greater the mess has become. Yes, I'd say that's true. So, foretold. Yahweh asked Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" "I do not know," he replied. "Whoa. Am I my brother's guardian? What have you done?" Yahweh asked. "Listen, your brother's blood is crying out to me from the ground. Now be cursed and banned from the ground that has opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood at your hands. When you till the ground, it will no longer yield up its strength to you. A restless wanderer you will be on earth." Cain then said to Yahweh, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. Look, today you drive me from the surface of the earth. I must hide from you and be a restless wanderer on the earth. Why, whoever comes across me will kill me." "Very well then," Yahweh replied. "Whoever kills Cain will suffer a sevenfold vengeance." Oh, whoa, that's interesting. So Yahweh put a mark on Cain so that no one coming across him would kill him. Cain left Yahweh's presence and settled in the land of Nod, east of Eden. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, so it's like in this whole just what I've read, all the, and then just these first four, it's all, where did the Ten Commandments come from and why were they needed? It's already, it's like, whoa, okay. Interesting. The descendants of Cain. Oh, and again, thou shalt not kill. Now here, well, from what I see, what Cain did, right, he deserves death, according to, right, many people out there who are saying, yeah, but thou shalt not kill is thou shalt not murder, right? So, but if the offense of one or the other is great enough, then death should not be allowed. Right? I mean, that you could kill someone, execute someone due to their, right, the person's evil within them. But God put a mark on Cain so that that's not going to happen. Why? I wonder why. Why would God do that rather than, yeah, that's your punishment. Good luck with that. Right? Yes. Interesting too. Obviously, there were already people, right, out in the world already doing their thing. Somehow, I don't know, kind of suggests that too. Why would he be buried otherwise? Right? Just his mom and dad now left. The descendants of Cain. Cain had intercourse with his wife, and she conceived and gave birth to Enoch. Oh, where did that wife come from? Again, okay. He became the founder of a city and gave the city the name of his son Enoch. Enoch fathered Irad, and Irad fathered Mehujael. Mehujael fathered Methujael, and Methujael fathered Lamech. Lamech married two women. Oh, look at there. We got the concubine thing going already. The name of the I shall not commit adultery. I'm just saying. The name of the first was Ada, and the name of the second was Sila. Ada gave birth to Jabal. He was the ancestor of tent-dwelling herdsmen. Oh, I'm kind of, well, you know what? It's interesting. I'm a Celt. My far back ancestors were Celts. So, and they were moving wanderers. Yes. Oh, dear me. I'm a descendant of Cain's lineage. Mm-hmm. I'm not surprised. It takes a lot to restore when you come from a lineage, right? That, yeah, but it can't be done. I'm telling you, people, it can be done. I dealt with a lot of, seemed like justified anger when I was younger. And I've mentioned this before, where I could see red. I got really dangerous. But we work on all that. I did. But still, man, if it were legal, but it's not. Well, let's finish this. The house is waking up in there. His brother's name was Jubal. He was the ancestor of all who played a harp and a pipe. As for the harp, as for Zillah, she gave birth to Tubal Cain. He was the ancestor of all who work copper and iron. Tubal Cain's sister was Naamah. Lamech said to his wives, Ada and Zillah, hear my voice. Wives of Lamech, listen to what I say. I killed a man for wounding me. A boy for striking me. 7-fold vengeance for Cain, but 77-fold for Lamech. Wow. Doesn't seem like there was any restoration going on. It just seemed the thought of that vengeance and an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, right, stabilized itself there. And again, was that right? But in a way, we made it right. Was that God's will or the will of? Yeah. It's questionable, I think. Seth and his descendants. Adam had intercourse with his wife, and she gave birth to a son, whom she named Seth. Because God has granted me other offspring, she said, in place of Abel, since Cain has killed him, a son was also born to Seth, and he named him Enosh. This man was the first to invoke the name Yahweh. Balance. Seems like balance. I found a lot of people didn't know that Adam and Eve had a third son. No girls? I guess not. Well, that's the end of folk. So, interesting on how there's so much more about Cain and his lineage, his descendants, and so little about Seth, right? Who, though, right? Yes, followed Yahweh's path, whereas Cain very clearly, and his whole family, followed what? Lucifer's path. Well, in any case, cancer starts very slowly in the body and is hardly detected in the beginning stages, right? Sometimes it is, but often it's the third and fourth stage where, oh, no, and then it's too late often. I think Cain's descendants, Cain's lineage, is like Lucifer's lineage. It's like a cancer, and it has become a cancer in the human race. And it started very, very slowly. It got a real good hold. We need to think about that. Get back to God's lineage. The 10 Commandments, they mean something. I think, just from reading a little bit in the Bible right in the beginning, going, oh, holy cannoli. At that time, of course, they didn't have the future like we are in now, right? Yes? So, it's a book with stories from thousands of years ago. And yet, somehow, can really be applied. As I said, what I've said before. Escalations of things. Why is it so hard for goodness to escalate? Evil doesn't seem to have a problem in this world. Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to give today. Talk about today, pray about today, read about today. Father, I hope this is helping to both of us. I'm talking true, Father, now. And that's love and blessings always. We'll talk to you another time.